A very warm welcome to the top three qualifiers for the FIA Formula One Chinese Grand Prix. In third place, Fernando Alonso. In second place, Sergio Perez. And taking the 37th pole position of his Formula One career and his first here in China, the pole sitter, Max Verstappen. Very well done, Max. Quickest in every segment of qualifying. It looked like a very smooth session for you, but can you talk us through that final lap of Q3 when you found, what was it, 3/10?
Yeah, it was, I would say, a bit confusing in Q3, where on the first run I went slower than in Q2. Might have been the wind, because it's very difficult to understand that anyway. Like around here with the wind direction, it's very sensitive to the balance of the car. But then, yeah, for the final run, I didn't really know what to expect, but you just push on and everything just came a bit together. The grip felt a little bit more normal, and I managed to improve. So that was very nice. I think overall, the whole of qualifying, I was very happy with the car. It felt very well balanced as well. So then, of course, naturally you can push on, and that was, I think, crucial, of course, to be on pole today.
You mentioned the wind, but how did the track conditions ramp up during the session?
For me personally, I didn't really feel like there was a massive track evolution. Q1 maybe a little bit, but also partly, I guess, because you come out of a race with a lot of deck, where then you put new tires on low fuel, you have to get into it as well a little bit from your own side, I think. But from Q2 to Q3, it was very, very little.
Max, you've said in the past that you're not a man for statistics, but I want to throw a couple at you. You're the first driver since Mika Häkkinen in 1999 to take pole in the opening 5 races of a season. And this was Red Bull's 100th pole position in the team's history as well. Can we get your reaction to both of those stats?
Yeah, before I jumped in the car, Christian told me, like, if you get pole today, it could be number 100 for the team. So I was like, okay, well, that's nice. I'll try, I'll give it a good go. But yeah, of course, that's an incredible achievement for the whole team. Of course, also a big contribution from Seb back in the day. But fantastic also, to have the 1-2 in qualifying. It showed that, the car is, again, working really well. And from my side, it's been, a really good start to the year. I feel probably very confident in qualifying, even compared to last year. Just a shame, of course, that we retired in Melbourne. Otherwise, I think we could have had already a very strong lead. But overall, still a great start.
And Max, looking ahead to tomorrow's race, just how did the 19-lap sprint this morning help your preparations?
It definitely gives you, a bit more of an idea with the deck, what to look at, what to work on for tomorrow. Of course, the wind direction is going to change again tomorrow, so the balance of the car in some corners will be a bit different again. But I think if the car is only even half as good as what it was in the sprint, I think we'll be all right.
All right, very well done. Thank you, Max. Checo, coming to you. Great job by you as well. Your best grid position here at the Shanghai International Circuit. You found a lot in that final run of Q3. Just talk us through it.
Yeah, it was. I didn't have a good run in my first run of Q3, which really set me back. I don't know what happened. Obviously, tires were a little bit cooler, and it was just a step worse. Everything, we were playing around with the front wing, so I felt like it just put us in the back foot for my final run, and then all of a sudden in the final run, I think the track was just getting quite a bit better, and I managed to put a good lap together, and I think just all the way to that lap has been a very messy qualifying, starting from Q1. I nearly was knocked out, qualify 15. I had traffic on my first attempt with the Williams, and had to come back to the pit. So I was just out of position a lot of the time, and unfortunately, with the change of wind, it was important to be out there at the right time to make sure that you get that progression, that learning from these new conditions.
Did you change the car much after the sprint?
Yeah, we did a lot of changes, trying to adapt to the new conditions. Effectively, like Max says, the change in wind has been quite substantial, and I think given that it's quite a low grip circuit, a bit of a change in the wind conditions does affect a lot more than probably other places. So yeah, just we learn a lot from the conditions earlier in the sprint, and yeah, we adjust accordingly. So that was important for me to have a read on.
You say you adjust accordingly. Can you just give us a few pointers as to what areas of the car you were changing?
Yeah, well, we did suffer a lot with the tire deck and with rear deck especially. Yeah, just making sure that we were able to have a more stable platform was important. But obviously that doesn't come for free, you know. Then you're making other compromises in different sort of corner speeds, and yeah, I just couldn't get a good read through the conditions. I think my first proper lap was in Q2, run 2, and yeah, then run 1 in Q3 was quite far off. So yeah, it wasn't the smoothest qualifying session out there, but it still is a good result for tomorrow.
All's well that ends well. Thank you, Checo, for that. And Fernando, we'll come to you now. Great performance by you. Just how good was that lap in Q3?
It was very good, but not perfect. I had a moment in turn 1 and 2. I lost the car. And actually in turn 3, I was just thinking if it was better to abort the lap and come in or keep on going. And I said I will brake very late into 6, try to recover that time. I recovered 1/10 and said, okay, I keep going. I recovered another 10th in turn 9 and 10, and I said, okay, now let's go for the final 2 corners. And it was very much needed because within 2 10s there are like 6 cars, and we are leading that group of those 2 10s. So yeah, happy with the lap, happy with qualifying, and yeah, this kind of laps and moments are very encouraging for the future. Happy for the team, proud of all of them. We never give up. We are not in a strong position yet, especially on race conditions. We are still maybe 4th, 5th fastest team, but we're still fighting to be better and better. And yeah, today's result shows that.
Can you just spell it out for us? So without that start to the lap, do you think you could have held on to that P2 that you had after the first run?
I don't know. We just check now the times, and it's like 2 10s between Checo and myself. Is more or less what I lost. So yeah, we'll be close with Checo, but yeah, it doesn't change too much to be P2 or P3. We are completely out of position for tomorrow with whatever position we are. I think 7th, 8th, 9th is our natural order tomorrow when we see the checkered flag. But we qualify extremely well this year, and we take it.
You say P2, P3, doesn't really matter, but is the inside or the outside the preferable grid starting position here?
I don't know. I started P3 this morning, and it didn't seem to have a big difference, actually. Luis started P2 and had a great start, so I think both sides are the same. It's more into 1, 2, and 3, all the action, and hopefully a clean start, and we can finish the race.
All right. Best of luck to you for tomorrow. Do we have any questions? Yes, we do, please.
Jesus Balseiro, Diario, question to Fernando. What do you expect for the race tomorrow? Is the classic race look into the mirrors until you get at your natural position? And also, you got a penalty like 1 hour before quali. What's your comment on that?
Yeah, I expect a difficult race. I think, we are slower than the Ferraris, slower than the McLarens, and probably than the Mercedes. And we out-qualifying them often, and then in the race we just need to wait and see when they come, how fast they come, and how many laps we can defend those positions. But it happened so far in the first 4 races, so I guess this 5th race is going to be no different. So yeah, I expect a race that is going to be difficult for us, but we cannot say sorry to be too fast in qualifying, so let's take it. And then in this morning, I received that penalty, which obviously I will not agree, but they have all the power to do what they think is right, and we have to accept it and move on.
Thanks, Fernando. Okay, any more? Yeah, another one, please.
Erwin Jeggi, Motorsport.com. Question for all 3. How do you view the track development over the weekend, given the special treatment the asphalt has been given?
Not massive, I would say. Maybe in FP1 a bit, but the for me, the track evolution wasn't that big in qualifying also. I think some people thought that maybe after FP1 you would drive the whatever the paint off, but it's still there more or less. So yeah, it's fairly stable, I would say.
Checo agrees. Fernando?
Same. I think the biggest issue was in wet conditions, to be honest. It was very, very slippery. So hopefully tomorrow we have a dry race, and I think it's going to be good.
Thanks all. Do we have any more from the floor? If we don't... Okay, thank you very much, guys. Good luck in the race. Thank you.